The rain poured hard over Seattle that October night, tearing the streets into ribbons of silver and shadow. Inside a black SUV parked across from the Opera House, Adrian Kane sat in silence, watching the storm blur the city lights. At 39, Adrian had built a criminal empire behind a facade of clean business. People called him Mr. Kane, the man who never smiled, the man everyone feared. But tonight, under the rain's lonely rhythm, he just felt empty. Then suddenly, the passenger door flew open. A woman stumbled inside, drenched, terrified, clutching a small bundle wrapped in soaked blankets. "Please," she gasped. "Please, can I hide in your car? Just for a minute. Please." Adrian's hand moved toward the gun under his coat, but then he saw what she was holding. A baby, no more than a few months old, crying softly under the thunder. "Lock the doors," she begged. "Please, he's coming." Adrian pressed a button. The locks clicked just as a tall man appeared on the sidewalk, scanning the area like a hunter. The woman ducked, trembling. "Stay down," Adrian said quietly, his voice calm, cold, commanding. The man outside cursed, kicked a trash can, and finally disappeared down the street. Adrian exhaled. "He's gone." The woman looked up, her hair plastered to her bruised face. "Thank you. I'm sorry. I didn't know where else to go." "Who was that man?" "My ex," she whispered. "The baby's father. He's been looking for us. I left him 3 months ago, right after Lila was born. He found me tonight. I just ran." Adrian should have told her to leave. Should have called the cops or a shelter, but instead he said, "I know a place where you can stay. Somewhere safe." She shook her head. "I can't pay you." "I'm not asking for money," Adrian said. "Then why?" she asked. "Why would you help me?" He looked out through the rain. "Because I know what it's like to be hunted, and because no child should live in fear." He drove her through the storm to a building on the outskirts of the city, sleek, dark, discreet. He owned it, the kind of place built for people who needed to vanish. "This is one of my properties," he said as they stepped into the elevator. "You can stay here as long as you need." The apartment was clean, warm, fully stocked. Even a small nursery, a remnant from someone else's past. "Who are you?" the woman asked. "Someone who can keep you safe," Adrian said. Over the next few days, Maya, that was her name, settled in. Adrian brought food, baby clothes, medicine. He told himself it was just to make sure she was okay. But the truth? He couldn't stay away. There was something about Maya, the way she held her daughter with fierce love despite the fear in her eyes. Something in her reminded him of a world he thought he'd lost. "You don't have to keep checking on us," Maya said one evening. "We're fine." Adrian looked at her. "I want to be sure." "I'm grateful," she said, "but men don't help women like me for free." "What do you want, Adrian?" He hesitated, then spoke quietly. "I want nothing. I'm helping you because someone should have helped my mother when I was a boy, and no one did." "Maya froze your father?" Adrian nodded. "He was a monster. She never escaped. She died wishing she had." Maya's eyes softened. "I'm sorry." "Don't be," Adrian said. "It made me who I am." "And who are you?" He gave a faint smile. "Someone you should probably be afraid of. But not tonight. Not ever." 2 weeks later, Adrian's security team called him at 3 a.m. The cameras showed a man pounding on the building gate, shouting Maya's name. Adrian arrived within minutes. The man turned as Adrian stepped from the elevator, his voice dripping venom. "Where is she? You hiding her?" "She's under my protection now," Adrian said evenly. "You'll never see her again." The man sneered. "Or what? You think you scare me?" "I don't need to scare you," Adrian replied. "I just need to make you disappear." He leaned closer. "I know everything about you. Your debts, your record, your failures. You're done." Something in his voice made the man's smirk fade. "You have 2 choices. Walk away and live, or stay and regret it." The man backed off, muttering curses, but he never came back. When Adrian returned upstairs, Maya was holding Lila, trembling. "He was here, wasn't he?" "Yes," Adrian said. "But he won't be again." Maya studied him, realizing the truth. "You're not just some businessman, are you?" "No. Should I be afraid of you?" He looked at her. This woman who crashed into his car and into his life. No, Maya, you're the first person who shouldn't be. She walked closer, voice trembling. Who are you really? He met her gaze. My name is Adrian Kane. People call me the broker. I'm not a good man, but I'd never hurt you, or her. You already saved us, Maya whispered. Not yet, he said softly. But I will. Months passed. Adrian got full custody of Lila, erased her ex's trail, and found her a quiet job in one of his legitimate firms. She rebuilt her life, stronger this time. And without meaning to, Adrian fell in love. Not the kind of love he'd known before, desperate, transactional, temporary, but something pure. Something that made the coldest man in the city feel human again. One evening, Maya opened the door with Lila in her arms. When the toddler saw Adrian, she giggled and reached for him. He smiled, something rare, something real. After Lila fell asleep, Maya said softly, I got a job offer in Portland. It's good money, but I don't want to go. Adrian frowned. Why not? She took his hand. Because everything I care about is here. Because Lila smiles when she sees you. Because I'm in love with you, Adrian Kane, no matter who you were. He looked at her, the woman who had turned his life upside down, and for the first time he didn't run from it. I love you too, he said, but I don't know how to be what you need. Then we'll figure it out. Together. 2 years later, Adrian stood in the backyard of their new home, a house filled with laughter instead of fear. Lila ran through the grass, fearless, calling, Daddy, come play. And from the porch, Maya, now pregnant again, smiled. He still couldn't believe it. This life, this peace, as the sun dipped behind the clouds, Maya whispered, Thank you for stopping that night, for choosing to help instead of walking away. Adrian looked at her, at their daughter, and felt something he never thought possible. Redemption. He wasn't just a broker anymore. He was a father, a husband, a man finally at peace. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more emotional tales of second chances, redemption, and the power of compassion. Tell us, where are you watching from? And remember, sometimes the smallest act of kindness can rewrite a lifetime.